All right. Without further ado, shall we continue?
Yeah, I'm ready to continue on with El Gusano, I think is what we were doing
Right,
next.
the worm.
The worm.
A dance that I cannot do. I had to do our cough. Hi, doer.
uh,
All right.
Duar is here.
Hello. Part one. I think is the first one.
Yes, all right. I will get us started as the narrator, so here we go. The other party's online indicator turns gray, never to light up again. Oh man, okay. Did I think I did Zahir? Or did you
Yes.
do Zahir?
Use it here.
Okay, I did. Um, I rather enjoyed talking to our friends from the computing center. They're such a diverse bunch, always thoroughly interesting.
Friends? Interesting. Really? Textbook sociopaths hiding behind a veil of academia. Is that what you consider interesting? As for this remorseless predator who delights in dissecting others, all they've done is flail about looking for clues to find their vanished prey. Oh, okay. That confirms that uh, Lawrence Butterfly is Grace, right?
Oh!
Because Grace mentions she has a taxidermy hobby
Oh,
of
okay.
humans.
I completely forgot about that part.
Yeah.
I don't even remember it, but I believe you. Wow. Okay then.
Okay, so Grace is an assassin, maybe
Wow.
working for Constantine, maybe has an ability to uh spy on people, and there's a drawback of like causing dizziness among other things.
Huh.
Based on like the end of Nukuteao's like story. And
Uh-huh.
also she may be the subject of phototaxis because there's a lot of like moth and butterfly motifs.
Yeah, it's
And
it's all over that. Yep.
yeah, Grace also has like a butterfly on her outfit, despite being part of the
Mhm.
management dictate. And
I
like,
feel
yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
You
I
feel?
I feel like that's 100%, like, you can call that canon. That's so obvious that it's impossible to deny.
Hmm. Like the last phototaxis lore was definitely from the perspective of Grace for sure. That one is for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure about like the other parts. If they were still Grace,
Hmm.
they sounded kind of innocent, really. Um,
Hmm.
so I don't know. Hard to say.
Yeah.
Sorry, let's just wanted to like again nerd out on the lore.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is when we nerd out on the lore, is these side stories, you know?
Hmm. But they aren't our problem yet. The only fitting destination for an Arcanist criminal is Kamala Prison, right beneath our feet.
If circumstances allow, we'll ensure this assassin gets an invitation. Maybe she's too caught up in her research. We shouldn't impose undue interpretations on her words, considering how language itself defies definition.
Analyzing the inner logic of language grants insight into both the universe and our place within it. You are starting to sound like a linguist.
It's an alluring thought. After all, isn't the transcendentality we seek inextricably linked to the definitional nature of reality? The linguist has posited that language is merely a totality of propositions, just as the world is a totality of facts. The direct mapping between them suggests that the world possesses an inherent linguistic essence. Then, it is through language that we may uncover this fundamental essence.
The world has no inherent essence. The transcendentality we seek cannot be articulated through language. I won't even entertain the idea.
Even your antipathy to the concept demands at some level that you have studied it. Ha, Merlin. Like when you wrote that scathing review of our young novelist's manuscript. You can't deny it. You finished reading.
Aleph did.
By your logic, we are merely constructed identities from the fragments of Aleph's infinitely reflective mind. We are Aleph.
Your rhetorical prowess admirable, but not when I'm the target. Why not invest that effort into your theories? Tell me, Zahir, have you found your single-sided coin yet? A coin that shows its obverse and reverse, comprehensible only through a dialectical lens, yet never the same in any two pairs of eyes.
Why don't you tell me first? When did this pursuit of transcendentality become our excuse for escaping reality together? So I haven't found it yet, but the success of my search is not dictated by my effort, nor by the whims of interest. I will find that coin, but when I do, it will come to me in some unguarded instant, a moment that defies all effort. Still, to get there, I must study it endlessly until it's indistinguishable from my very being. Bzz. Bzz.
Zzz.
I have no idea how to how to interpret that. The futile clash of thoughts dissolves into nothing. In a place where the borders of reality and dreams collapse and blur, the prisoner takes hold of a black radio inscribed with arcane symbols. He adjusts the dial, sifting through the frequencies.
Next channel. Now, doesn't that just feel great? Sink into it.
Okay.
So,
I have one thing.
yeah, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. The dialectical. So the dialectic, I don't know if you've heard of that before.
I have not.
The study of the dialectic is as far as so the way that I was taught about it or learned about it recently is the idea of two seemingly contradictory concepts both existing at the same time. That's why he's talking about the one-sided coin. A coin's face that shows the front and the back at the same time.
Right.
And so it's kind of like the idea of it, you can actually use it in therapy, apparently. Some people use dialectic thought it's kind of helps you think about things and stop thinking about things in a negative, like self-defeating kind of process. Instead, you think of it like, it's true that, this thing is in my life, but at the same time, I can also do this, even though they seem like opposing things.
Right.
It helps one accept maybe trauma or accept it can be hard to accept one's limits and be like, I have depression, I have anxiety, and these things are getting in the way of the life I want to lead. Dialectic thought process can help you kind of accept that these things that feel like they should be in conflict can actually work together and they can actually make sense. So that's my exposure.
That's your exposure to the term dialectic.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, just based on the concept of it, of being described in a sentence, just like what comes to mind is Schrodinger's box. Where the observation of it kind of determines like what side it would be, whether it's heads or tails, whether the cat is alive or dead.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But I think the way that they were talking about, I think, is closer to your exposure to where both are true even as it's being observed somehow. Despite the
Yeah.
contradiction, despite the paradox,
Mm-hmm.
they are like cognizant and like solid truths that cannot exist without the other.
Mm. Sure. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. I think it's interesting. Every once in a while, there's a word I'm like, oh, I think I might know something about this.
Yeah, if it wasn't clear, the reverse 999 writers are nerds.
They are nerds, 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 nerds.
In the best way possible. Like they put so much thought and research
Oh,
into the game.
yeah, so
Um,
much passion.
like oh, just real quick, because I got this from Shoklin, but I wanted to like share it again.
Sure.
Um, and I would say read this on your own time. It's like it's a huge thing. There's a Reddit
Oh.
post that goes into like how much references, not just to history, not just through literary references, but like overall the
Mm-hmm.
the latest chapter like got into. So even
Oh
though
yeah,
we're only
that.
like 20 nodes,
Mm-hmm.
there's like a whole bunch of work that went into the
Mm-hmm.
characters, the storylines, and like the the kind of
Yeah.
like context behind Kamala prison and the literary boom of Latin America.
Mm-hmm. I think I will finally dive into that now after we finish this side story here. I don't know why I've been putting it off. It is tricky for me to like just read text. I, part of the reason I do these collab streams with Decaf and everybody is that it helps me stay engaged and take in the information. Whereas if I was just playing this by myself, my eyes would just start skipping text and I would not be fully engaging in it. So anything that helps me kind of, yeah, brings my interest up helps a lot. But I'm hoping that that this story will inspire me to dive into that huge list of references in the story. It looks so cool.
I would say once you start reading and then you
Mm.
like get to the middle portion, that's when it starts to
Uh-huh.
click, and then you're like, oh, I know this, I know this, I know this, and then you realize you're at the
Oh.
end of the
Yeah.
post. But you have to like start.
Ah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, the key is getting yourself started. Yeah, you're absolutely correct about that.
And with
Hmm.
that, let us go into the next part here, part 3. It looks like.
All right, part 3. Although we did just get a message in chat literally as we started. That's funny.
Hi, Decaf. Is it a blind speed run? Oh no, I'm just being fancy.
Hmm. I guess it's like we did the gameplay parts previously. So that's not blind, but we are blind to what the text is going to be. So this will be first time reaction. All right, so let's get started with part 3 of El Gusano. A soothing voice rises from the speaker, warping within the coils, reshaping itself into something that defies comprehension. Oh, new voice.
Panamerican Arcanist Radio. Huh.
Do you think is that Ms. Radio? Now I'm like
Oh
wondering if
no,
all
it,
of
it looks
these.
like it's separate from Aleph. That's for sure.
Oh, okay.
Brought to you by the Manus Vindictae. Hmm.
Oh. I could give it a whirl if you're okay with that.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Let's see here. To all you faithful arcanists out there, followers of the Sufferer, devotees of the Mask, this is the Pan-American broadcast, brought to you by the Manus Vindictae. A single spark of arcane radiance is all it takes for one extreme to dissolve into its opposite. A wisp of static seeps between the words. From the demented repetition of classical compositions to the relentless assault of bad news, from literary autopsies to the vogue of tragic radio plays, every note, every word, every sorrow is just a little touch of the dial away. Pan-American Arcanist Radio, bringing you the latest voices from McCurdo Port. Antarctica is still basking in auroral radiance today. That glowing tide will keep gushing into the sky and hovering over the world until time itself breathes its last. I wonder, listeners, how does the sky weep where you are? Is a storm raging, or has the sun fallen? Let us relish this moment together on the last evening on Earth.
Hello, Miss Grace. Extend my sincere regards to the preacher.
Through the static, a soft and steady breath emerges. Quick, restless, and measured at precisely 106 beats per minute. The line is open. A listener from Ushuaia is now on the air. Panamerican Arcanist radio reaches the ears of the devoted across continents. From Los Angeles to Sao Paulo, from the Chisos to Ushuaia, our dramas have captivated arcanists everywhere. But you, sir, you are a mere human. That is an enigma in itself. I say mere, but you are anything but ordinary. That much is clear.
Years have passed since Mr. Forget-Me-Not and I last spoke. A mere intersection of research. Nothing of significance. There's nothing exceptional about me, except the fact that I cannot leave this place. I will speak plainly, Miss Grace, so long as you find reason to listen.
This station has many listeners, but none quite like you. Short and sweet.
So I guess the radio is supposed to be just like our general broadcast, and he's hoping to reach Miss Grace through it.
Yeah, it's really there's something abstract about the way they're connecting.
I think it's similar to Satisfaction Surveyor too, where maybe he wasn't actually speaking to anyone.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Man,
boy.
it feels like a stage play. You know what
Right?
I mean? I feel like this would be an interesting stage play.
Okay, part 5.
Part 5. All right. The radio host's face is a mosaic of countless others. Kayla, Grace, Cicely, Newman. Names without weight, faces without permanence. She drifts unseen, a colorless moth in the dark, an existence without itself. From the mirror they sigh as one, a chorus laced with disdain.
One moment.
No problem.
I was just trying to like search my memories for the name Newman because that name sounded familiar, but no, I don't think you've heard it before. I mean, Kayla is definitely Argus's dear friend, sister, partner, unclear.
Unclear.
Grace is the name she took on as the Manus Vindictae member. But Cecily and Newman, those are new names.
Yeah.
And there you go again with the moth motif.
There it is, yep.
So alike, and so ill-fitted. One condemned to remember, yet commanded to forget. A Scheherazade without an audience, keeper of shameful secrets, lost in the tragedy of his own illusions.
Scheherazade is the figure from the Arabian Nights tales.
Yes.
Who's telling the tales to hope that she can convince the king to spare her life, or I forget who it was, a king or somebody.
Yeah, it was the king. Basically, he was betrayed by his previous wife. And so in order to keep his hold on the crown, because a sultan must have a wife, he married the first concubine that he randomly picked and planned to kill her like a day after their wedding night so that he would be able to continue and then just like do it again after a few years.
Right.
but then Scheherazade like told him a story to distract him, and then
Right.
he fell asleep. And then repeated that
Mhm.
for supposedly 1,001 nights until he changed his mind.
Right. Mhm. And the other part is, weren't those written by some white guy who just wanted to roleplay and LARP like he was in India or something?
That
I
one
feel
is
like there's
unclear. It does seem to
unclear.
be
Hmm.
there are some stories from that were written by that guy. I think that does seem to
Yeah.
be true. But there are several other
Hmm.
stories which seem to have origins in other writers' hands, other
Hmm.
people who like might have like
Mhm.
contributed to it or were
Mhm.
through lost media kind of like roped into the
Right.
1,001 tales.
Mhm.
So some of
I
them could
getcha.
be like legitimate, but hard to say.
Yeah. Right. I see what you mean. Okay.
And so hypothermesia is no blessing, but a curse without cure.
This story begins in San Francisco, 1990. Our protagonist is a young girl called Cecily, lost in the flow of things. Somewhere between 18 and 22, she speaks with a low Saxon lilt. Behind her, the cry of a black-fronted piping guan sounds, so precise it could be real. She may actually be from Blumenau. There are so many references in this paragraph that I don't know what they're talking about. Of,
Mhm.
I don't know what a black-fronted piping guan is, for example.
I know what a Saxon is, and that's about it.
That's pretty much it for me too, so I guess we'll say shrug and move on.
Mhm.
An arcanist in search of an exit, yearning to slip beyond the grasp of thought's phantoms and power's unseen hand. There is a place she knows, one where the sun does not shy from those who seek hidden truths.
The Manus Vindictae.
Children of the esoteric, keepers of heresy, zealots of the arcane, they are as a mighty shoal amidst the currents of upheaval, never still, always moving. Of course, they'd never turn away astray. The things she feared remained unrealized. She was taken in and reshaped. For the cause, she became Kayla, became Ms. Grace, then Newman, then Cecily. The tree had shed its leaves, and foreign branches took their place. Who she had been no longer mattered. She became another, again and again, until even time forgot what had once grown there. The whispers of innumerable voices gather on the other side of the white noise. This Monday's edition of the Ushuaia Times reported on the sinking of the Free Breeze. Among the survivors, some claim to have seen a great number of islanders aboard, adorned with seashell ornaments. There is reason to believe that some of the Nukutai may have forsaken their homeland. We hear now Lewis, reporting from the scene. Why they departed we cannot say. Was it the allure of modern civilization, or a promise that somewhere in the farthest west a river of immortality awaits? Their arrival was a moment of wonder, but by the time the night faded, they were already lost. A sound hangs in the air, almost a sob. The young lady does not weep. She merely breathes, her sorrow measured in time, her grief a part of the rhythm of existence. And so, this gripping incident reached its tragic epilogue. The fate of a people sealed over nothing more than a shell.
Huh.
Oh, hmm. She's
Okay.
like, hmm.
So just tracing the path here, it began in San Francisco, or at least
Right.
the memory of it began in San Francisco with Cecily. Um, so that's where like Jay, Anjanala, Mercuria, and the others started as well.
Oh, yeah.
Um, kind of like, well, we knew of course that by that point Grace had already uh, joined up with the Master Dictate because before San Francisco, Argus was
Hmm.
looking for Kayla, right? In Tuesday's Motel. Because I think it was
Oh,
Tuesday's
okay.
event that came first, then it was San Francisco, if I recall correctly.
Ah, that might be right.
Yeah. So,
Hmm.
timeline of the events here. She was Kayla first in Tuesday's Motel event. Then she became
Ah.
Cecily, who we never saw in San Francisco. And then
Oh.
became Grace by the events, reference there of the Nukuteao, the Free Breeze incident.
Right.
And we didn't see her in the main story, did we?
Oh, I would not know.
Hmm.
I'm not great with details with this game,
If I had
but
to
I'm
guess,
curious to
then
know.
maybe the Newman thing is like a hint to her next
Hmm.
identity. I'm trying to
Possibly.
think, where was Newman even mentioned? Was it ever mentioned? I don't know. I don't think so.
I can't recall.
No, I really don't think so. It was this chapter. No, sorry, not this chapter. It was Nukateao's chapter where Constantine, like for the first time, was shaken by the implication that they're going to sacrifice someone. Um,
Uh-huh.
which is like really rich considering how many people Constantine sacrificed in that one story way back when.
Yeah, yeah.
She was like literally shaken that there was an agent supposedly on board the Free Breeze, and it's implied to be Grace, um,
Mm-hmm.
but not clear. So maybe
Hmm.
Newman is either her next identity or is her real identity supposedly with the Foundation. Um,
Hmm.
and I think that's the reason. That's another reason why this particular side story doesn't have sprites, is because if they showed
Yeah,
like sprites for all of these characters, I think
right.
it would become like too obvious who's who. Um,
Yeah.
unless they like put up a telephone or just a shadow.
Hmm. Right, right, right.
Part of the fun of this story, I think, is just like
Curious.
much like Ulrich's side story. I think it's just a lore side story more than it is a normal side story. We kind of like have these kind of standalone stories that go with the main.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can ring my bell, ring my bell.